Hi, if you're new here, my name is Elizabeth and I'm so excited to tell you what I get to paint today. So it all started with my little sketchbook. The other day I was walking down Main Street and I decided to paint this with some markers that I have. I sat across the street from this pizza place and I loved the colors. And I was like, let me have some fun and play with that. So I spent like half an hour doodling this, and a few locals stopped by and talked to me about it, and it was a really friendly exchange. I had a lot of fun. So I posted this image on Reddit and then talked about my experience. A girl reached out who owns a business in this area and said she was interested in me painting something for her storefront. I didn't expect it to be so big. It's the canvas behind me. So I did a little mock-up of her building and she loved it and wants me to put it on this. It's my first local commission here. I'm excited to make this happen. Until recently, I would always skip this step, but I started prioritizing prepping the canvas and have found that it definitely helps make the final product much more cohesive. And I honestly think by making the first step, in a sense, a way of hiding the giant white canvas, it makes it all feel less daunting. Ta-da! Okay, I'm done. Just kidding, I'm not done and I'm not very funny either. This was actually a really good week. After a whole summer of applying for all kinds of jobs, I landed on one that I really like. It's a pottery studio in downtown. I also got a few commissions lined up, with this one being my very first Colorado commission. How exciting is that? I also reached 350 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm feeling kind of fancy, but the cherry on top is that my sister is flying over this week from her home state to visit me for my birthday. With all the goodness going on this week, my heart is fluttering with excitement. I think my favorite part of most paintings is when I get to do a really dramatic sky. The more movement in the clouds, the more interesting the piece is to me. Although I'm sure there's a ton of people who prefer a calm sky. But with as bright and bold as the building is in this painting, I felt like I was justified in also having a sky that really pops. We're pretty much at the half point of this painting. All the structure and placement of this building is complete. Now I get to go in and do the fun part, which is refining and adding details. I can't believe that the first Colorado commission that I've gotten is this big. It's very exciting. But before I work on it anymore today, I am beat. I have to go get some groceries because my sister's coming this weekend and my refrigerator is empty and I don't want her to starve. And then when I get back, I've got to take my dog on a big fancy walk because it's his birthday, and then I'm gonna work on this painting later on. So after all those fun things, I'll see you again. So I definitely did not continue painting that day. I took my dog on a walk, I got groceries, and then I prepped for my sister to come over, but I actually didn't paint until like a week later because I was enjoying the time with my sister. But I think that the long break from painting served me well with this one. Once I did manage to get back into this painting, I had a great attitude towards finishing it, and then I was really happy with the end result. Something that I think is really cool about this particular store and painting is that it's family owned. A mother and her two daughters are all partners there. And I met the two sisters and they were very kind and welcoming. They were each excited about the idea of the painting, just based off the little sketch I showed them. One of them was so excited when she noticed that I did include the little garden that their mother has on the outside of the building. Seeing that that meant a lot to her, I went outside and took pictures of the flowers and made sure that I painted them in the order that they're growing. And I really liked the end result in that. So at the store, I noticed that they sold jewelry, clothes, groceries, and even artwork, so it was a really interesting place. If you're ever in Longmont, Colorado, you should definitely check out the Sweet Family's business. I think that the most challenging part of this painting for me is definitely the lettering, just because I have really poor handwriting. Even each time I sign my own name, it looks completely different. My handwriting is just nothing to call home about. I did try my current best on this sweet business's name, and I was alright with the end result. Still not my favorite, definitely need to work on my handwriting. It never hurts to practice. Maybe I should consider getting one of those books where you kind of like follow a grid. So on my little iPad, I am watching this couple go garage sale shopping, and they're trying to meet little challenges. I think it's pretty cute. They have their viewers make up the fun little challenges for them, like they want to find a ceramic clown ornament, but it has to be under 25 cents, and so they'll spend the day trying to conquer a list of similar challenges like that. I enjoy listening to it. It's pretty easy to follow along. So at this point, I was cutting close to being finished with the whole piece. Alrighty, I delivered it. Thanks for watching. Bye!